All right, there's a couple of questions now because we're running out of time, just on the Tories and reform. You've had a meeting with Rupert Lowe. Are you accepting him into the Conservative Party, yes or no?
Look, I do know Rupert. We agree on many issues, including much to do with immigration, but that is not for me. He has to decide what his future is, and it's for Kemi as our leader to decide who is or isn't a member
But you'd
of
happily
the
have him in the
Party.
fold?
It's not for me to decide that, Camilla.
Well, you must have an opinion as to whether you think he'd be a good Tory MP or not.
No, you're tempting me, but it isn't for me. It's for Kemi.
All right.
Okay.
How about this one for you?
But if I could say on reform, can I say on reform?
Very quickly. We're running out of time.
Look what's happened this week. Look what's happened this week. You've had, astonishingly, Nigel Farage getting into bed with Keir Starmer on hiking the welfare bill, spending £3.5 billion.
Still, you won't win your seat in Newark because of the rise of reform in your own patch. That's why you have been much more right-wing than there used to be, because you know you have to be Faragean to have any hope in hell of being re-elected.
Look, no, that's not true, Camilla. But look at the last week. You've had Farage getting into bed on welfare bed. I know Nigel Farage likes a pint or two, but it feels to me as if he had one too many before he announced that he was going to spend £3.5 billion extra on welfare. And then you've got Zia Youssef, the chairman of Reform, doing this wacky cryptocurrency policy in Las Vegas. I mean, look, I'm all for innovation. But this is not the #1 priority of my constituents in Newark. I don't think reform have the answers to the challenges this country faces. That is what I'm focused on.
All right, but the trouble is that they seem to refer Farage to Kemi Badenoch, and according to a Survation poll this morning, 2/3 of Conservative voters would prefer Boris Johnson to be leading the party. So not Kemi Badenoch, and not even you, Robert Jenrick.
Well, look, Kemi Badenoch is the leader of our party. I'm right behind her. She's working hard to hold this government to account, and she's landing blows. Look what we've seen recently, where Labour have done this astonishing U-turn on the winter fuel payment, which was taking away money from some of the poorest pensioners in our society. That is what Kemi is doing. We know it's going to be a hard road ahead, but if we actually bring forward serious answers to the challenges this country faces, not get into bed with Keir Starmer on hiking welfare and taking thousands of pounds from savers and handing it to people so they can have their third, fourth and fifth child, I believe over time we can win back the trust and the confidence of the British public.
All right. Robert